Okay. Okay. Welcome back to political science class, session number 2 of the day. Okay. So in the morning session, we discussed about the importance of the Constitution and how the Constitution came into effect. Who are the people behind the creation of the Constitution, and what are the values should be enshrined in the Constitution? Such kind of things we discussed in the morning session. Okay. Now, continuation of the same here of the screen is okay for you. If you are facing a trouble with the screen, just inform me. Okay, and we are here. Mode of promulgation completed. Okay. Balance is to release and also done. Clear, and we are here. Okay, so morning session we discussed about the first one, were the people who enacted the constitution credible? This question will be answered in the remaining part of this chapter. So credibility of the makers of the constitution. Okay, credibility of that people. Okay, clear or not? That we will discuss. Number of other chapters are there. We will discuss about how this constituent assembly basically created this constitution. Okay. Secondly, did the constitution ensure that powers was intelligently organized so that it was not easy for any group to subvert the constitution? So next question. The powers are perfectly distributed among different organs of the government or different levels of the government or not? Okay. Okay. If it is not so, it will give chances to some groups of people to utilize the constitution as per their will and wish. They can subvert it. Clear or not? Okay. So, is there some such kind of provisions are there or not? Okay. Is it genuine or it is equal for everyone or it is giving an importance for some particular groups or not? And most importantly, does the constitution give everyone some reason to go along with it? Already morning session we discussed that. Okay, so one or the other reason will be there is a constitution, okay, that help the people to, or that creates a sense in the minds of the people to move along with the constitution. Clear? Is there other such kind of things are there or not? Another question. Most of this book is about this question. Okay, so in this book we are going to learn about only that thing there. Okay, what are the things basically existing in the constitution that supporting the people? Okay, clear, or making the people to accept the constitution. Also, last point, also, is the constitution that locus of people's hopes and aspiration? The constitution is created to protect the, or helping the people to reach their aspirations or goals. Okay, that's another question. The ability of the constitution to command voluntary allegiance to the people depends to a certain extent upon whether the constitution is just. So people don't want to demand anything. Without that demand also, the constitution wanted to provide some provisions or some rules and regulations. Okay, it should be there in the constitution that supporting the people's development. Okay, that is compulsory. Okay, so what are the principles of justice underlying in the Indian constitution? Okay, so what are the provisions that are existing in the constitution to protect justice for all? Okay, or protect justice for all. The last chapter of this book will answer this question. Okay, so these are the important questions we are going to discuss in this textbook. Okay, clear? All these questions, all these important questions. Please read and understand this question and its meaning there. Already discussed that, right? One more time, we go for a reading and understand these things properly. Next one, how was the Indian Constitution made? The first question that we are going to answer here. How was the Indian Constitution made? Okay, first of all, Vishnu AV of class 11A, please check the timetable. Okay, so let us find out how the Indian Constitution was made. Formally, the Constitution was made by the Constituent Assembly in India, right? A group of elected members are there, right? They are the people, they are basically created or made the Constitution of India. Basically, these people had been elected for undivided India, which means it is a before 1947. Already we discussed that the Constitution Assembly started the work that related with the Constitution in the year 1946. Okay, so the members selected or elected even before the partition of the country. Okay, before 1947. Okay, is that clear? Okay, so it held its first sitting, the first meeting of the Constituent Assembly. That's on 9th December 1946. These days and dates are important. Okay, first sitting of the Constituent Assembly. Okay, 9th, you can see December 1946. Okay, 9th December 1946. And reassembled as Constituent Assembly for divided India on 14th August 1947. Okay, so after the division, the first sitting, okay, sorry, the first sitting on 14th, I can say August 1947, after the independence. Clear? Clear or not? After the independence or before the independence? It is 14th midnight declared that, right? Okay. So Pakistan is celebrating their Independence Day on 14th of August, and India is celebrating that on a 15th of August. Clear? Midnight. Midnight. Okay, let it be. So its members were chosen by indirect election. So it's an important question there. The method used by the government of India to select or elect the members to the Constituent Assembly. Okay, so I already told you that there are a number of members are there in that Constituent Assembly, like a legislative body. Their main activity is to formulate or coin or create the Constitution. Create the Constitution. Okay, so it is not possible to call some people and that people sitting together to make the Constitution. Okay, some procedure want to follow. Clear? Because in India there are a number of different political parties are there, different religions are there, different caste groups are there. Clear? Or different people are there from different regions. Okay, so want to include all these kind of people. Okay, that people with a different attitude. Okay, different opinions, different programs. Okay, so want to we want to hear them, okay, or want to include them in the Constituent Assembly. Its members were chosen by the indirect election by the members of the provincial legislative assembly. Okay, there are number of provinces are there in the British India, right? There were number of provinces in the British India. What are they? What are the important provinces? The Bengal province, the Bombay presidency, clear. Madras presidency, clear or not? Like that, different or central provinces, like that, various areas are there. Okay, there's small governments also are there. Regional governments also are there. Clear. Indians also are the members of that assemblies there. So they elected members from the provincial legislative assemblies. That had been established under the Government of India Act of 1935. Okay, so such kind of local governments were established in India uh, since 1935. This kind of governments are functioning in India. There, all right. Okay, so after independence, it is changed, but at that time, okay, so provincial government is there that is established related with the Act of 1935. Okay, establishing provincial government. Indians also are the members of such kind of governments there. So that governments they elected these members for the Constituent Assembly. It is an indirect election. Okay, the common people not directly participated in that election. Clear? Common people of the country not participated directly to elect the members for the legislative council. Okay, instead of that, it is an indirect election. The Constituent Assembly was composed roughly along the lines suggested by the plan proposed by the committee of the British cabinet. Okay, clear? And this committee formed on the lines of the suggestions that given by the British cabinet or provided by the British cabinet, known as the cabinet mission. Clear? Clear? The cabinet mission is the mission that suggested, okay, what method you want to use to create this Constituent Assembly. So such mission is, that mission is termed as the cabinet mission. Okay, British government, okay, they helped Indians to coin or adopt a program to choose the members to the Constituent Assembly and to create a constitution. That mission is termed as the cabinet mission. Okay, according to the cabinet mission, so this is an important question. Write a short note on the cabinet mission. Right, cabinet mission. Clear? According to the cabinet mission, each province and each princely state means there are nearly 400 princely states are there, right? Okay, princely state means small areas under the rule of kings or princes. Okay, so in India, provinces are there under the direct control of the British government. Sorry, under the control of the British government, and the princely states are there that are ruled by kings with the support of the Britishers, like that 400 plus small princely states are there. In Kerala also we know that it's a small country. Here there are three princely states at that time. Okay, that is Cochin, Tiruvananthapuram, and Malabar. Okay, Malabar, Tiruvananthapuram, and Cochin. Okay, three princely states. For example, I told that. Okay, so come back. So there are a number of such princely states are there. The states were allotted seats proportional to their respective population. So if it is one princely states, for example, you can see that 10 lakh is the population from that area or that country. I mean that princely state. Okay, one representative can come to the Constituent Assembly. Clear or not? If it is 20 lakh, two can come. Okay, two people can come. Okay. As a result of these provinces that were under the direct British rule, were to elect 292 members, while the princely states were allotted a minimum 93 seats. Clear? So as per the population, 93 members from the princely states and the 292 members from the provinces under the direct British rule. Clear? Okay, that's what the composition. Okay, second point. The seats in each province were distributed among the three main communities. Okay, so the seats for each provinces that is basically divided among three communities. They are the Muslims, Sikhs, and general. Clear or not? Hmm? Proportion representation is for the Muslim, proportional representation is for the Sikh people, and balance is termed as general. Clear or not? Because other religion is considering as altogether basically Hindus, they are majority, right or not? So there is no special preference for them. Okay, they are general in proportion to their respective population. Clear? Okay, that's what proportional representation. Clear? Related with the number of the people in from the each community. Members of each community in the provincial legislative assembly elected their own representatives by the method of proportional representation with a single transferable vote. Okay, so who elected them? The members of the same community elected the members to the constituent assembly. Clear or not? Okay, that's it. The method of selection in the case of representatives of princely states was to be determined by the consultation. From the princely states, the kings or the princes have the power to select someone. Clear or not? There is no election. Okay, they will consult with others. They consult with the British government and they choose one individual to become a part of the Constituent Assembly. Constituent Assembly. Clear? Understanding or not? So 292 members from the provinces and 93 members are from the princely states. This is the combination. Okay, clear? Okay, this is a combination of composition of Constituent Assembly. Constituent Assembly. Clear? Okay, so it is very important one. The suggestions of the cabinet mission. The previous section discussed the three factors that make a constitution effective and respectable. How far does the Indian constitution pass this test? Okay, so already we discussed that the three main things here. Okay, clear or not? Okay, all these things you want to satisfy. The constitution want to satisfy all these things there. Then only people will accept it. Clear? Credibility of the people. Clear? Huh? The constitution, if it is just or constitution creating any peculiar rules and regulation for the development of the people, then only people can stand along with that. Clear? That three things want to satisfy by the constitution, then only people will accept it. Okay. So next one, here it is. Composition of the Constituent Assembly. Composition. As a consequence of the partition under the plan of 3rd June 1947, okay, the Mountbatten and Jawaharlal Nehru signed in that treaty, right or not? Okay, as per that treaty, they planned to divide the country into three. Okay, basically speaking to two. Okay, but today three countries are there: Pakistan, India, and Bangladesh. Clear. But that date is Western Pakistan and Eastern Pakistan. So divided into two. Okay, those members who were elected from the territories which fell under the Pakistan ceased to be members of the Constituent Assembly. So the members from the Pakistan side, okay, the members in which assembly, Constituent Assembly from Pakistan, they lost their power, right or not? Because they are the part of Pakistan now, so they don't want to become a part of a Indian Constituent Assembly. The number of members in the assembly was reduced to 299 altogether. The constitution was adopted on 26th November 1946. 26th November, you can see 1949, not 46, 1949. Okay, that's what still today we are celebrating our what day? Constitution Day. Constitution Day on a 26th November. 26th November, it's our Constitution Day. Okay, so here you can see in that meeting, okay, we adopted the constitution under, sorry, the preamble we read that, the last statement. What is that? 26th day of November 1949, do we hereby adopt and enact this constitution and give to ourselves, right? That's what. 26th November 1949. 284 members were actually present on 24th January 1950 and appended their signature to the constitution as finally passed. So in 1950, 24th January, what happened? Almost 284 constituent assembly members, they signed in that document. Clear? Clear or not? They signed in that document the final form of the constitution. Okay. The constitution came into force on 26th January 1950. So we started obeying the constitution or accepting the constitution, okay, from 26th January 1950. Clear? We adopted it is on 26th November 1949 and that came into effect since 26th January 1950. That day we are celebrating as what day? What
Republic
day?
Day.
Republic Day for the country. Clear? So 26th November 1949, we adopted it. Clear or not? Okay. So that day, 26th November is the Constitution Day in India. And we started following, or the Constitution came into force on 26th January 1950. Okay. That day is the Republic Day. Clear? They're clear. Okay. The constitution was thus framed against the backdrop of the horrendous violence that the partition unleashed the subcontinent. So at the same time, okay, there was lots of problems in the country there from 1947 to we started facing that problem here. What is that? The problem of partition, communal violences, fight between two major religions, Hindus and Muslims, Muslims, lots of problems. So the first phase or first 2 to 3 years, maximum 10 years, you can say that the constitution or the courts faced a problem to solve the cases related with this partition and violences. Clear or not? A drastic situation. Okay, but it is a tribute to the fortitude to the framers, not farmers, framers, that they were, framers means the people, those who made it. Okay, framers, that they were not only able to draft a constitution under immense pressure. So the people or the members of the Constituent Assembly, they created this constitution on immense pressure only. Okay, so partition in the year 1947. Okay, they started making the constitution 1946. In 1947, what is that? Partition and problems related with that. And in 1948, finally they submitted it on 1949 only. So they faced a lot of pressure, okay, because of the partition. The members from different religion have different opinion related to creating different articles and rules and regulations in the constitution. Okay, so number of debates and discussion. Finally, they are submitted on 1949, 26th November. Okay, but also learned the right lessons from the unimaginable violence that accompanied the partition. But they learned a number of things. They, because of this experience, okay, the partition and the communal violences, they studied all these problems carefully and added the best rules and regulations, best provisions in the constitution to protect the minorities and protect the majorities. Clear? Okay, these things are clear or not? Are you able to understand or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
We
sir.
are just discussing about how the constitution came into effect, right or not? How the Constituent Assembly and how they made the constitution. Okay. What are the problems faced by the Constituent Assembly? Okay. That's it. Okay, members of all religions were given representation under the scheme described above. Okay, what is that? Already we know that in the Constituent Assembly there are different religious people are there, different caste people are there. Okay, the people are there from different political parties. Okay, so all these people they expressed their ideas. Okay, they negotiated with the other members. Finally, number of provisions added in the constitution to protect the religious groups, to protect the minorities. Members of all religions were given representation under the scheme described above. In addition, the assembly had 28 members from the scheduled caste. Okay, clear or not? So they give importance for scheduled caste, the minorities. In terms of political parties, the Congress dominated the assembly, occupying as many as 82 percentage. Okay, but related to the political parties, this Congress party or it was Congress party, nearly 82 percentage of the members in the Constituent Assembly they are from the Congress party. Clear or not? Most important party of that time. Okay. The seats in the assembly after the partition, the Congress itself was such a diverse party that is managed to accommodate almost all the shades of opinion within. Okay, but 82 percentage of the members are basically from the Congress party. That doesn't matter here actually, because Congress party is a party. It is not the party for the rich, not the party for the poor. Okay, it is not the party for what we can say industrialists or workers. It is not the for not for the high caste or low caste. Almost all the different groups of people are there in that party. Right. So members from the Congress party, which means all shades of life is represented. Clear or not? Okay. The people from different spheres. Clear? Okay. So that's it. That's it. Okay. Moving forward. So I hope this idea is clear for you. I told you there are two questions. Are the one is the cabinet mission. Okay. And suggestions by the cabinet mission and how we formulated or we created the Constituent Assembly. Finally, composition of the Constituent Assembly. Right, that question was important. Composition of the Constituent. Different groups of people are the members of this Constituent Assembly. Okay, how this combination works. You want to learn that also. All number of years are there. All years are important for the examination. Okay, mark that. Okay, next one, important for us. The principle of deliberation, negotiations and deliberations. Right. So, through discussions, we are able to solve a number of problems. Clear or not? Are you agreeing with that? Hmm? Are you agreeing with that or not? Through discussions, we are able to solve problems. Right? Hmm? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
If
Yes,
we
sir.
are reluctant or we are not, yeah, we are not ready for such kind of discussions, what will happen? The problem will exist for a long period of time. We will not get any solution for it. Okay, so it is very important. Deliberations and negotiations are important. Discussions are important. Okay, to take a decision or to solve a problem. Clear? So we know that India is a vast country with a number of regions, geographical diversity, climatical zones. Okay, different cultured people, different religions are there. Okay, so it is very difficult to create a constitution. Very difficult. Okay, it is not an easy task. Clear? Understand? They're clear or not?
Yes,
So,
sir.
for example, I can say that, okay, the cultural diversity. Okay. So it is a crime or offense if you are not using a helmet, not wearing a helmet by riding a bike, right or not, or a motorcycle or a scooter. It's offense. It is an offense, definitely. But that rule is not applicable for the Sikhs. Why? Why?
Because they wear the turban
Definitely.
and
Okay. So the government or the constitution is protecting or respecting their religious practice, faith and worship. Clear? Understand. But at the same time, other Indians are not agitating or not protesting against that. Why it is so? Why it is so? That problem is solved already through negotiation and discussions. Clear or not? And the same time, they are capable, the six are capable to carry weapons in that turbine too. Some weapons will be there. Okay. Small weapons. Don't think that AK-47 is a gun or something like that. Okay. A small dagger or something like that. It will be there on the turbine. They're free to keep that. That also the part of the religion. Clear? At the same time, Amal Roshan.
Sir,
Okay. Yeah, tell me.
sir, even though they're wearing a turban, a region apart, isn't wearing helmets uh, a concern for safety?
Of course. Okay. So that is a fantastic one. But the thing is, in India, I already told you this is the problem with our country there. Okay. So the government or the constitution touch the feeling of the region. What will happen? Next moment, what will happen? Hmm? The government or the constitution is created or they trying to create a rule or regulation that will hurt the religious feeling. Next moment, what will happen in India? A religious right will be there, right or not? A communal violence will start, right? That's what I told you. Okay, so through discussions and negotiations, government trying to solve these problems. Clear or not? So safety is correct answer. Okay, but if you don't want to protect yourself, who else can do that? Hmm? Tell me, who else can do that? Nobody, right or not? You are not interested in that, so no one is able to help you. It is impossible task. Okay, so you are trying to score a 0 mark in the examination. Nobody is able to help you to, okay, pass that one, right? Impossible task. Clear or not? That's it. So simple answer. Clear, Kevin? Is that idea clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, but other religious people don't have such rights. Okay, next one. Shariat laws are there. Shariat laws. Okay, might you heard about the talaq? Okay, divorce in the Muslim community. Okay, but today number of other rules and regulations are made. Okay, so it is common. Okay, so this is what you can say. A particular bill also passed in the legislative council. Okay, to create a common rule and regulation for everyone. Okay, common civil code. Clear, but the Muslims have some speciality. Sharia laws they are following related with marriage, divorce, property. Clear, Sharia laws. No one can touch them. Clear, touch them in the sense the government is not that brave to make changes in the Sharia laws. Impossible because that is related with that religion. Okay, so making changes means it will create problem. Clear. The last week there's a change that made by the state government with the scholarship of Muslim students. Number of discussions are going on related with that. Okay, scholarship proportion changed. Okay, so deliberations are going on, discussions are going on. Okay, so nobody, no government is able to touch the religions there because already we studied last year the role of religion in politics. Clear or not? So religious leaders can decide who want to rule the country, right? They are acting as a pressure group. Okay, so they cannot do that. Clear? So this is the problem. Okay, wanted to satisfy all the different groups of people. It is an impossible task. That's what I told you. Making a constitution with different rules and regulation that was a gigantic task, or it's a Herculean task, not easy one. That's what the deliberation is necessary. Discussions are necessary. Okay, so they won't accept it or okay, then only it will work or else trouble. The authority of the Constituent Assembly does not come only from the fact that it was broadly, though not perfectly, representative. It comes from the procedures adopted to frame the Constitution and the values its members brought to their deliberations. While in any assembly that claims to be representative, it is desirable that diverse sections of the society participate. It is equally important that they participate not only as representatives of their own identity or community. Each member deliberated upon the constitution with the interest of whole nation in mind. There were often disagreements among the members, but few of these disagreements could be traced to members' protecting their own interests. Clear? Which means there are a number of people are there in the Constituent Assembly with a different attitude. Clear or not? Okay. But the makers of the Constitution says that it is important. Okay, they wanted to give importance for their religion, their community, but one thing want to keep in the mind. What is that? We are Indians. Clear or not? We are making the rules and regulations for the country, and it is not for the sake of any particular community or the sake of any particular religion. Clear? Clear or not? So most of the members in the Constituent Assembly, they accepted it, they adopted it. That weddings or that comment. What is that? We are not sitting here in the Constituent Assembly. Sorry, we are sitting in the Constituent Assembly not to make any rules and regulation to protect our own religion or our own community. Clear? We want to make rules and regulations, okay, to or for each and every individual in the country, right or not? Everyone would accept it. So before making a provision or a rule or a law, you want to think about the entire country and the situation of the country. Clear? Not the religion, not the caste. Basidi, the things are clear? Is these things are clear or not, Ms. Basidi?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's it. There were legitimate differences of principles, and the differences were many. Should India adopt a centralized or decentralized system of government? The first question. Okay, discussion. Okay, related with the first question. What kind of government do we want to follow? Okay, that should be a centralized government or what is that? A federal system, decentralized one. Okay. So what we are following in India now? Centralized or decentralized one?
Decentralized.
Decentralized because it's a federation, right? India is a federation. Central government is there, and the same time state governments also are there. So it's a decentralized one. Okay, that is the first question. What should be the relation between the state and the center? What is that? So we know that there are three lists are there in the constitution, right? The union list, the state list, and the concurrent list. So powers of the governments are clearly prescribed or are mentioned in that list there. So government want to act as per that. There is no tension. There is no conflict. Okay, everything is clearly mentioned in the constitution. What is your power? What is their power? Everything is mentioned properly. So there is no confusion. Okay. Next one. What should be the powers of the judiciary? Powers of the judiciary also mentioned in the constitution itself. Okay, the powers of interpretation. Clear? The simply judiciary cannot interpret the rules and regulations. Some norms and the conditions are there. Clear? Interpretation means what? What do you mean interpretation? Interpreting the laws. A judge can do or judge can give a perfect meaning for the rule and the regulations. Rules and regulations. Okay. For example, okay. So you know that the capital punishment, right? So judge will write in the decree. Decree means the judgment. Clear? Okay. What is that? What he will write for the capital punishment? Hang him. Right? That only no. Hang him. Okay, but what happened in the ancient period? Ancient period means in the 19th century. One judge from Britain, I think. Okay, he wrote the same decree. What is that? Hang him. Clear. And the authority hanged him. But what happened? He escaped. Escaped in the sense he managed to breathe. Okay, not died, basically speaking. So, clear or not? Not died after that hang. After that incident, there's a change made by the government in that decree. Okay. So after that incident, the judge started writing like this. What is that? Hang him until death. Clear or not? So it is now clear. What is that? If he's not dead also, again they have the authority to take him, again will hang. Understanding or not? In the first case, hanged but not died. So he is free. Clear or not? He is free. So the advocates can plead like this. Okay. Clear. What is that? So judge, you as per your decree, what is that? Hang him. They hanged him, but not died. Okay. Then he can escape. But the second chance, what is that? The second time, what is that? Hang him until death. The first chance, if he not died, he escaped. You manage it, relieve. What will happen there? Again, they have the authority to take him, again hang. Okay, hang until death. Clear? So, for example, I told that. So, different interpretations are there for the rules and regulations, or what you can say, the laws that in the Indian Constitution. Number of loopholes also are there. Loopholes. A good advocate can find all these loopholes and easily he can protect his clients. Okay, clear or not? Okay, let it be. So we are not going to discuss such kind of things here. We are not ready to dig that. Anyway, so some powers are there for the judiciary. So judiciary won't act as per that. Should the constitution protect property rights? Another question. Property rights want to protect or not? But at that time they took a decision that what? That is the responsibility of the government to protect the property of the people, right? Yes or no? Okay. And that added in the fundamental rights also. Almost every issue that lies at the foundation of a modern state was discussed with great sophistication. So they thought in a modern way, okay, a sophisticated way, okay, an advanced way, almost all these people. So you know that number of rules and regulations that existing in the constitution still have its moral value, right or not? Or we are able to adopt that rules and regulations or using that rules and regulation. I mean IPC, right? Indian Penal Code. Okay, punishment for the crimes. Okay, still it has some relevance, importance. That clear or not? Hmm? But it created before nearly 75 to nearly 75 years. Okay. Hmm? Since 1950, which means almost 71 years, right? Okay. Still also, all these, many of these rules and regulations are effective and it is relevant. Which means they created all these things by understanding the situation of that time, and I can say that they are capable to foresee the condition in the future, right? Okay, so that's what that things are relevant still. Are you able to understand these things or not? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Tell me the truth,
Yes, sir.
please. Yes. Okay. So any doubt means you can ask me, no problem. Okay, guys, come back. So while the members felt no need at all to discuss the issues of who should have the right to vote, every other matter was seriously discussed and debated. Nothing can be a better testament to the democratic commitment of the assembly. Okay, so all these members, they took different what you can say, or they created different rules and regulations. But all these rules and regulations basically related with the democratic steps. Clear? Protecting the democracy in the country. Clear? Okay. So anything else? I will give you 2 minutes to read that, and doubt means you can ask me now fast. So today this much enough. Next day, I mean tomorrow we'll discuss. Tomorrow there is no class for you, I think so, right? Class in the sense political science class.
Yes, sir. No class.
No class. And day after tomorrow, 2 classes are there. Right. Okay, so today this much enough. So please read that. If any doubt, you can ask me now. Sometime is there for you, nearly 2-3 minutes are there. Please read it.